Yo folks, Seibyyy here. Today I'm going to be quickly showing you my endgame base setup in Craft the World. I'm going to show you the base first, and then we're going to test the whole thing out with one of the bigger invasions. I'm at past, I think, 24 hours of playtime, so the invasions are starting to get pretty huge. Alright, but first of all, let me show you my base. So the defenses, as you can see, are comprised mostly of cages, which hold the mobs, and then the Tesla towers shoot them while they're in the cages, and in between everything is laid out with spike traps just to cause some additional damage. But I don't want to build too many of the spike traps because you do need to replace them and they cost iron, and this late in endgame pretty much everything is mined out. So, you know, you try to not you try to be self-sufficient and not use defenses that you constantly have to use iron ore, because yeah, iron ore is cheap as shit, but there's just none left on this whole map. Alright, so here the Tesla towers, they're all a little higher, so they shoot down. Most of these mobs, this is the new level, the underground level, and most of these mobs, when the invasion starts, land up here on the sky islands, and then they walk and fall down onto your base. So basically, I don't get attacked from the sides like it used to be in the old maps, but most of the army comes straight from the top, which is good because most of these mobs, the Tesla towers take out as they're still parachuting in. Also, I've reinforced these door areas with steel instead of bricks or stone because steel is the strongest. And also, the doors aren't on ground level, they're one block higher, as you can see, and that's because when it starts raining, it obviously rains on top of the base, and if the doors are down here and I have my doors open, which I usually always do, then the water just runs in, and you don't want your dwarves having wet feet. Alright, little outside of my base, I got here water farms. Just put ladders in the little things so you can constantly collect water. Wood I get up here, I just open a portal in one of these sky islands. It's fairly easy. As you can see, I have 2 elevators here. And then in the first and second floors, I have all the crafting machinery and the storage and whatnot. I also have 4 large tables with the tablecloth. I have 4 tables because the more tables you have, the less food or fewer times you'll need to put food on the tables because they hold more in with 4 tables, obviously. I'm at level 13 right now, so I have 13 little beds. Actually, I already have the 14th built because I think in the new level, the new maximum is 14. So, gonna try that out. And then the very bottom floor is the farming area. I got grain here, and then here I got chickens, or in the new level, whatever those things are supposed to be, and then caterpillars, which are the equivalent to sheep. You can select cut, and then you'll get wool from it, and that'll regrow after a while. Also here under these 2 main elevators, I have a train track. The train track pretty much goes from left to right of the track. Basically not much sense in the train track. The only thing I use it for is collecting these crystals and pink mushrooms and the things that you need for potion crafting and stuff, because then I don't need to open a portal and can save some mana. Also, my my elevator system, it goes all the way down to the bottom. So they can go all the way down to the bottom with elevators. At this point, I have the map so built out with railroads and elevators that no matter where I'm going underground, I really don't need to open portals. My dwarves are there really fast, even without giving them beer. But you still give them beer always because it buffs them, of course. Here's the portal room with an already completed portal. Oh yeah, this is another interesting thing with this new underground map. You have this god here that gradually turns the soil to sand, making it unusable. Pretty similar to how it happened in Terraria with that, forget what it's called, I think gloom or something like that, that green bad stuff that would eventually take over the whole map unless you stopped it. But what you have to do here, you just take some stuff from your inventory. I use gold or silver bars. 3 gold bars seem to be enough, and then it turns this whole symbol, this whole altar turns from red to blue, and that's what you try to do. You want it to always be blue for every cycle. And then if it's blue, the guy comes and fertilizes the land, it starts raining, the sand turns back to whatnot, more animals and more trees roam, especially in the beginning. It's extremely useful, but even in the end, because you need unbelievable amounts of wood to make coal, because you need coal for bars, food, for everything. So you're gonna need a lot of wood. And also, I'm not sure about the whole mechanic, but maybe this guy destroys if you don't appease him. And I didn't at first, the whole first half of the game time, I'd say, I didn't appease him. And as you can see, this whole sand area, that's influenced from this guy. And now I've been giving him appeasements again, and it's starting to turn back to soil. Alright, that's pretty much it for the base. Alright, next thing now, I'm gonna wait for the invasion, and let's see how it goes down. Another thing that I wanted to mention, the buff foods, tea and beer, I wouldn't place it on the tables because it gets eaten away too fast on the tables. But what you do is you take the beer and you feed your dwarves manually, which works just as well, and it's much better and it uses less. And for some reason, if you put beer on the tables, they eat the other food more too. So if you keep putting beer on one of these tables, then all the tables will be empty within, 15 minutes. If you feed them the food manually, then it'll way longer time. Alright, so as you can see, the dwarves are in full mithril armor, got tough backpacks, axe, sword, pickaxe. Some of them have high-powered rifles, some of them are mages, and there's one archer. Make sure they're all at full health before you go. Check to see if I have enough ammo, just to be on the safe side, and the elixirs that your mages use to cast spells, you need a lot of those too. And of course health and mana potions. I sent all my dwarves back to the quarters. First monster portal opened. Like I said, they all open up at the top. And my defense is kind of overkill. Also the mithril armor on the dwarves, it reduces damage by insane amounts. I could probably take on this invasion either with just my dwarves or with just the defense. With both of them, it's just easy as hell. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's the whole plan, so you can focus on other things. Except unfortunately, right now there isn't much left to do. As you can see, the Tesla towers are just shredding the mobs. And right now it's on 2x speed, and the towers are killing them so fast you're not even seeing the masses. I'm gonna send my dwarves out to attack these guys. I wouldn't need to, but it's basically a free skill game for your dwarves, free fighting skill. Alright, let's watch the rest of this invasion. I hope you enjoyed. Post any questions you have in the comments. I'd be happy to answer and help you out. And that's it. Seibyyy out. Peace.